Esto es la Volvo Ocean Race, la historia de 45 años de obsesión. La mítica regata alrededor del mundo, el desafío por equipos más duro del planeta y el lugar donde el deporte de élite se une con la aventura humana. Alzarse con la victoria supondrá haber dominado una regata de 45.000 millas náuticas a lo largo de 11 etapas entre 12 puertos de 6 continentes. 7 equipos internacionales compiten para añadir su nombre al trofeo Volvo Ocean Race. La regata hasta ahora ha resultado durísima y al término de la tercera etapa, el Mapfre español consolidaba su posición al frente de la provisional, después de sumar 2 victorias consecutivas. Su archirrival del Dongfeng Race Team le acechaba a 6 puntos, empatado con el Vestas 11th Hour Racing. La cuarta etapa iba a suponer un descanso del Océano Sur, pero nuevos desafíos esperaban a la flota. Una etapa en la que la estrategia iba a jugar un papel esencial. La flota de la Volvo Ocean Race se dirigía a Hong Kong, una nueva sede que se estrenaba en esta edición de 2017-2018. Los patrones eran conscientes de lo complicado del recorrido.
Leg 4 is a big leg. We go through all these island chains, we get trade wind sailing, we get monsoons, we get the doldrums.
For me it's an unknown water. You're crossing the equator, there's some cyclone action.
Even if you have a small advantage like we probably have with Mapfre in terms of speed and managing the boat, it can be useless on this leg because it's just about making good choice.
It can be monsoon, can be windy, can be light, can be downwind, upwind. So we have to be ready for everything.
It's going to be really tricky. It could be long, it's going to be really hot. You know, a lot of variable conditions.
It's going to be a leg, I think, with plenty of opportunities, very tactical.
I think it's going to be as hard as the one before, for different reasons.
Everybody has a chance to win this leg. For me, it's a very stressful one.
Excepto el Mapfre, todos los equipos realizaron cambios en su tripulación de cara a la etapa 4, ya fuera por rotación o por compromisos externos. Un total de 19, algunos debidos al alto índice de lesiones provocadas por el Océano Sur. Entre las novedades más importantes destacaban Brian Thompson, que subía a bordo de Charles Taydon Plastic, y uno de los regatistas franceses más reconocidos, el campeón de la Volvo Ocean Race y patrón de la Copa América, Franck Camas, que se incorporaba a la disciplina de Dongfeng Race Team en sustitución de Pascal Videgorri. Melbourne fue solo una corta parada para las tripulaciones, especialmente para Team AkzoNobel, que terminó la etapa previa 3 días más tarde que sus rivales por la rotura de un carro del mástil. En un tiempo muy limitado, los especialistas en mástiles de carbono del Bowyer de la Volvo Ocean Race tuvieron que retirar, reparar y reinstalar el palo. Mucha tensión para el equipo, pero el día de la salida tanto barco como tripulación estaban preparados y la moral estaba a tope para competir.
I think this upcoming leg is going to be quite physical in the respect that there won't be regular watches, I think, if you're going through the doldrums, and we haven't really had doldrums yet.
We do that first half of the race well and really put the hammer down through that. It'd be nice for us for once to be in the rich getting richer.
En cuanto los barcos ponían rumbo a la línea de salida, la presión comenzaba a hacerse patente entre los líderes.
The Volvo Ocean Race fleet heads for the line. All bows going forward. Here comes the gun. We're off.
It'll be attack here. It could be attack.
All clear, Nikolai. All clear.
Hold trim.
Day 1, leg 4 of the Volvo Ocean Race 2017-2018 underway as the fleet says goodbye to Melbourne and hello to Hong Kong. Another 18 to 20 more days at sea.
Con salida desde Melbourne, la etapa 4 consta de 5.600 millas. Pone rumbo este rodeando la costa de Australia, pasa a las Islas Salomón, regresa a los Doldrums, famosos por sus brisas débiles, entra en el mar de China y directa a Hong Kong. El primer desafío para las tripulaciones iba a ser superar el estrecho de Bass, entre tierra firme de Australia y Tasmania. Un fortísimo viento aseguraba un duro comienzo de la etapa. Transcurridas las primeras 48 horas, los 7 equipos comenzaban a realizar diferentes movimientos tácticos. Dongfeng Race Team se ponía al frente, seguido de cerca por Team AkzoNobel y Charles Taydon Plastic.
The fleet split, we are two boats going, three boats actually, going offshore of the Australian coast, and the rest of the fleet is going inshore. We'll see, but the start was dynamic.
El Vestas 11th Hour Racing y el Mapfre han optado por rutas diferentes.
We decided to go Sydney through the coast and the ExxonMobil to the Thailand. Then they went a little bit offshore and they formed more breeze, so they are ahead of us now, about 40 miles, and we're just working hard and boat speed to try to minimize the loss.
Tim Brunel, Sun Junkai y Scallywag preferían asegurar y colocarse entre ambos grupos. La etapa apenas acababa de comenzar, pero el patrón de Scallywag, David Witt, ya reflexionaba sobre la decisión de navegar con tripulación completa por primera vez.
100% easier, better on the people, quicker in the manoeuvres, and quite happy to be one of those people that put my hand up and say I was completely wrong trying to sail with less numbers. I think the small advantage in the weight thing is completely outweighed by the physicality on the boys and the girls.
El Charter Tidon Plastic seguía luchando con varios de los equipos más experimentados.
We are in a match race now with Mapfre and Vestas.
Intense but exciting. We're literally sandwiched between the two of them and hanging in there at the moment by the skin of our teeth, but we're with them.
A medida que la flota empezaba a alejarse de tierra y ponía rumbo a la primera baliza, las Islas Salomón, los barcos empezaban a converger. Pasaba a ser una carrera de velocidad.
We're still in the lead. We have ExxonMobil right on our heels, and they've been following our track quite nicely actually, just pretty much jiving in our line most of the time. Still a lot to come in this leg.
Tim Brunel, que volvía a la sexta plaza, era muy consciente de su hándicap en prestaciones.
When we have these 20-25 knots of breeze, we're not going as well as the other boats are going. Just you've seen it in all the legs so far. I think when the breeze is a little higher, up to 30, we can hang in, but in the middle conditions, we just don't have the same pace as what the others have. It's a bit of an Achilles heel what we're having, and we haven't cured it yet.
El Mapfre avanzaba hacia el grupo de cabeza, seguido por Vestas y 11th Hour Racing. La táctica estaba jugando un papel importantísimo en esta etapa.
This leg is quite different to the last one. Slightly more taxing mental challenge, I'd be fair to say. And it's quite interesting, just coming up here, we're sort of working our way north, trying to get ourselves into the southeasterly trade winds and up towards the doldrums. But there is quite a lot of scope east-west that you can play, and yeah, it makes for quite an open racetrack.
Aunque el mar de coral es enorme, el recorrido todavía presentaba sus obstáculos.
The reef's actually twice the size of it is Bentley Drawing Chart, pretty much.
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
El Sun Junkai Scallywag se dirigía al arrecife. Libby Ginghal, que se había incorporado al equipo como navegante en sustitución de Antonio Fontes, sopesaba las opciones.
Just positioning of the reef on the chart versus paper chart, and quite noticeably different. Quite different across a lot of the charts. Totally dropped the ball in that we've been looking at this for a long time. You know, which way around are we going to get around it? You know, and we've been actually holding for height, and in hindsight we should have just been going fast, and it would have been an easy way round for us. It's pretty frustrating.
It's sort of coming just on sunset as well, so we're not going to get much of a visual on the outlying reef. So unfortunately we just need to be a little bit more conservative and make sure we give it enough space to be safe.
El equipo de Hong Kong ya era último, pero perdía otras 50 millas tras tener que dar la vuelta para evitar el arrecife. A medida que los líderes se aproximaban a las Islas Salomón, la meteorología se volvía inestable. Era el comienzo de los temidos doldrums. La flota se comprimía. Las ventajas tan duramente conseguidas se evaporaban.
After leading the race for most of the time, all the boats are on the same line now, playing with Axo to leeward, and Mapfre there, they catch up with the clouds this morning, a new start, so it's important.
Now we've been racing 4 days with Dongfeng, which is really good, and we learn a lot from it. And we're also in a good position because racing Dongfeng means we're also racing for the lead, so we're quite happy where we are right now.
A medida que bajaba la intensidad del viento, entraba en juego la lotería de las nubes. Surgía la oportunidad para que los barcos de atrás regresaran al partido. En un periodo de 24 horas iban a producirse varios cambios de liderato. Charles Taydon Plastic había conseguido ponerse al frente y parecía estar en una buena posición. El equipo seguía último en la provisional, pero de acuerdo con la patrona Dika Fari, contaba con buenas prestaciones.
We've managed to hold our own, not like get a lucky break, but actually make the manoeuvres, sail in a straight line at the right boat speed and stay there. And I think this leg is going to change everyone's opinion of this team, regardless of where we finish, because we're only halfway through. But I think they'll start believing how I believed in the team.
Cumplida la primera semana de la etapa 4 de la Volvo Ocean Race, toda la flota negociaba los doldrums, una zona de calma total.
And we've hit the doldrums.
Serious test of mental patience.
A bordo del Vestas 11th Hour Racing, su director Marto Will, que sustituía al patrón Charlie Enright en esta etapa, era consciente de que toda la flota se encontraba en la misma situación.
3 boats right here, all a couple miles away. One more back here. It's unbelievably hot. The water is over 30 degrees and the air is, I think, 35. So we're all trying to find whatever shade we can and keep the boat moving.
Do you want the jib back on the other side?
So hot, you have to put your shoes on to walk on deck. And we have a white deck.
I think the most frustrating for us last night was probably ExxonMobil. They went from 2 miles behind us just before the cloud to what's now sort of 6 miles in front, but literally sailed about half a mile or a mile to leeward of us.
Y la previsión no era buena. Las tripulaciones afrontaban varios cientos de millas de viento casi inexistente.
We probably only have done, I don't know, under 100 miles in 24 hours.
Por momentos, las maravillas del océano elevaban el ánimo a bordo.
One of those really nice moments when you're reminded how lucky we are to be out here and out in nature and enjoying it, and yeah, these are the things you only really see when you're out here in the middle of the ocean.
El Dongfeng Race Team, que había liderado la flota durante la primera semana, sufría ahora en posiciones de retaguardia. El legendario Frank Camas había patroneado el Grupama, el ganador de la Volvo Ocean Race 2011-2012. Su amigo Charles Caudrelier formaba parte de su tripulación. Ahora el francés regresaba a su elemento.
5 years ago was a very great experience for us with the Grupama sailing team. I love this type of competition. I'm very happy to be back, to be with the team of Dongfeng also.
It's very difficult to find a navigator that you can trust like that, to jump on the boat, who has the experience of the Volvo. Frank has the experience of the Volvo, and we have been sailing together since 20 years, so he's the best guy I could find for me, and he was free.
We like and we are confident together, and this is important because the communication it's hard sometimes in this kind of project.
Frank is the kind of guy who always push hard and always want to win, and he never give up until the line.
Todos los equipos buscaban sus opciones para escapar de los doldrums, pero se enfrentaban a un dilema. La ruta más directa a Hong Kong era por el noroeste, pero allí apenas había viento. Para acceder a los alisios del noreste, que con suerte les llevarían hacia la llegada, tenían que navegar al norte alejándose del destino. Las tripulaciones eran conscientes de que se trataba de un momento crítico.
Leaving the doldrums first is always important because you connect to the northern trade winds. The boats in front, they have always more breeze for a period of time. We will try to exit here first. We're struggling, to be honest, but we will fight the whole way.
Ese fue un instante crucial y la mayoría de la flota decidía que la mejor opción era ganar norte. En última posición, el Sun Hunkai Scallywag navegaba con otro plan. Estaban 50 millas al suroeste y optaron por permanecer donde estaban y apuntar directamente a Hong Kong por una ruta más corta, aun sabiendo que era una apuesta muy arriesgada.
It's a really important leg for us. You know, this will be catastrophic if we ran last. So everyone understands the situation we're in for this leg. It's the most important leg of the whole campaign. So we've got to make sure that we remain positive, and we can't worry about not running last. We need to concentrate on trying to win the leg.
A medida que el resto de la flota avanzaba en busca de más viento, los cambios de liderato continuaban. Charles Taydon Plastic cedía la primera posición, pero no era el único que sufría.
We have to deliver, we have to perform. We had 3 not so good legs, we worked hard, but we haven't had the results. And in sport it doesn't matter what the cues are, if you're lucky or unlucky, if you have a bad day or whatever. you need to deliver results, and it's no different from in our world and our team.
Los días sin viento dejaban paso a chubascos desordenados. Parecía que la salvación estaba cerca.
Oh, we had a totally crazy night last night. A couple of really big clouds, splits in the fleet, reconvergence this morning. Luckily, we've come out on the good side of it. The best part is that we actually have some wind.
I think we are in a strong position. We should be the boat with more wind in the next few hours, so it's good. And we are going to catch the trade wind, and we hope that the forecast is good and we will be the first one.
Team Akzo Nobel y Vestas y Lemon Tower Racing se quedaron con el equipo chino. Mapfre, Chartered Titan Plastic y Team Brunel no corrían la misma suerte, quedándose en una zona con menos viento que les hacía ir quedándose atrás. Ninguno de los barcos que habían optado por apuntar al norte en busca de los alisios había imaginado que la loca apuesta de Sun Hung Kai y Scallywag pudiera ser la correcta, pero ahora era el nuevo líder. El equipo hongkonés volaba hacia su puerto base, pero justo cuando parecía que todo iba perfecto, David Witt afrontaba la pesadilla de todo patrón.
Get ready to tackle the J2 sheet. He's runner. Keep going sheet. He's main sheet. Yep.
El tripulante Alex Go caía por la borda.
Can you see him, Bess? Nipper, out of the way. Can you see him?
No, it must be here. I put a ping in.
Go.
He might be below us.
Where? Okay, stand by attack. Stand by attack. On the runners, Warro, stay on the main engine. Now watch your lips, don't take your eyes off him. Yeah, that's not him. Up there. Okay, engine on. Engine on, he's swimming. Hold, just hold. No, hey, Tristan, on the transom. Show me the line, son. Show me the line. Let's go, Joey. Come to the boat. Give me a finger. Stern, mate. Full throttle. Help. Hey, throttle, go. Give the line in. Starboard tack. Starboard runner on the line. Right. Okay, just get the boat set up and then go to the mow.
Yeah, I was just pretty stupid. Luckily the boys were onto it. Got me back on pretty quick, so yeah, credit to the lads. They turned around bloody quick.
You should, one, either be tethered on, or two, at a minimum tell the driver what you're doing so he knows. They didn't do either of those. Went out on the other rigger I was driving, and we went off a big sea. Just picked the back up and just threw him off like off a horse, you know. And I think it just showed everyone how hard it is to actually see the guy in the water, even in Sunday, 18 knots and sunshine. You wouldn't want to be trying to do it in 20 knots in the dark. I don't think you'd find him, you know.
But nice work, everyone. We're trying to find new ways to lose the race, though, I must say.
Sun Hung Kai Scallywag había perdido unas valiosas millas, pero se mantenía en cabeza. Durante las siguientes 48 horas, toda la flota empezaría a converger en una carrera de velocidad rumbo a Hong Kong, todos intentando ganar posiciones, conscientes de que el tiempo se consumía.
It seems to be a bit more, complicated than expected. We line ourselves up more north, which paid off in the beginning, but now sort of we have to take the loss. Yeah, we're in the mode where we want to defend Mapfre.
Team Brunel seguía en la retaguardia de la flota, enzarzado en un duelo con Chartered Titan Plastic, mientras intentaba acercarse al quinto clasificado, el Mapfre. El equipo había adolecido de falta de velocidad durante toda la etapa, pero su patrón Bowe Becking se mantenía optimista.
It's not only speed, it's still very decisive. How are you going to get around the Philippines? Do you cut the corner or do you take a little longer route? Because there's two options right now we can see on the models. and there's 6 hours difference. So 6 hours doing 20 knots is 120 miles. So that's a big difference.
A bordo del Sun Junkai Scallywag, el patrón David Witt empezaba a ser consciente de lo que podían conseguir. El suyo es el único equipo privado de la flota.
I would give up all the World Championships I've won to win this leg into Hong Kong. It would mean that much to me. The amount of work that goes in to get these things off the ground and the amount of support and everything we've had from the boss, and I mean it's just a long way to go. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, but it'd be pretty special.
Llegando a Filipinas, toda la flota menos el Mafre pasaban a modo sigilo para ocultar su posición en un intento estratégico por ganar ventaja.
We're approaching the Luzon Strait and entering the China Sea, and there's a lot of tactical options. There's a lot of islands around, wind shadows, current, a lot of factors to consider which could make a big difference in how the routing pans out. I certainly spent a good few hours working in the nav station here, just trying to work out what the options are, trying to work out what the other's going to do, and you know, what's the best course of action for us.
Todos los equipos optaron por mantenerse cerca de tierra en Filipinas, aprovechando la fuerza de las mareas y del viento a medida que atravesaban las islas más pequeñas. Con todos ya fuera del modo sigilo, ninguno había logrado ventaja alguna, así que ahora se trataba solo de avanzar a la mayor velocidad posible hacia la meta. Las últimas 24 horas iban a resultar intensas. Las hasta 100 millas de ventaja que llegó a conseguir el Team Sun Junkai Scallywag se veían reducidas a menos de 30 en la aproximación final, pero el líder era ya intocable. El famoso perfil de rascacielos ejercía de bienvenida y de alivio para David Witt y su equipo. La victoria era suya después de una etapa repleta de altibajos.
Scallywags never seem to do it the easy way, but the main thing is we get it done in the end, you know, and get to pick a leg to win. This is the one we wanted to win. This is what our whole program was about, and it's done real.
El Sun Junkai Scallywag se convertía en el primer equipo de Hong Kong en ganar una etapa en la historia de la Volvo Ocean Race. Una victoria doblemente especial por ser la primera ocasión en la que la regata visita la ciudad. El chino Dongfeng Race Team se aseguraba la segunda posición, menos de 3 horas por detrás del ganador.
Of course, we wanted to arrive first here, but it's a good news for us, and we are coming back on Mapfre, taking point. So I think it's a very good leg.
El Team AkzoNobel ocupaba la tercera plaza del podio, su mejor resultado en lo que llevamos de regata.
The leg from Cape Town to Melbourne was tough, and we had a very short stop over there, and a lot of work had to be done, and we did it. For us, it was a great boost for the last 18 days, just to be fighting with the good guys, and even to leave one of the top favorite teams not from behind us.
El Vestas Elevez Hour Racing se retiraba de la etapa tras verse envuelto en un trágico incidente por una colisión nocturna con un barco que no competía en la regata a 30 millas de la meta. Por primera vez en esta edición, el Mafre terminaba una etapa fuera del podio, seguido por Tim Brunel y Charles Taydon Plastic en quinta y sexta posición respectivamente. La cuarta plaza del Mafre bastaba al equipo español para mantener su posición al frente de la clasificación provisional. La Volvo Ocean Race se dirige ahora a Guangzhou para competir en el Río de las Perlas, en la aproximación a una de las ciudades más antiguas de China, antes de poner rumbo sur hacia la ciudad de las velas, Auckland, en Nueva Zelanda.